3 months of wandering through the desert, and finally a majestic sight rose before the eyes of the Israelites: Mount Sinai. They camped at its foot, unaware that this place would become the arena of a meeting with the Creator. Moses climbed to the summit. There, among wind and stone, he heard the voice of God. "Tell the people of Israel, if they listen to me and keep my covenant, they will be my chosen ones. Out of all nations on earth, they will be mine. I will make them a kingdom of priests, a holy nation." Moses returned to the people. He gathered the elders and passed on the Lord's words. He has chosen us. But are we ready to follow him? Are we ready to submit? And the people responded with one voice: "We will do everything the Lord commands." Moses ascended the mountain again, and God said, "I will appear to you in a dense cloud, so the people will hear me speaking with you and will always believe you. Let them prepare for 3 days. Let them wash their clothes and not approach the mountain. Whoever touches it before the appointed time will die. Only at the sound of the trumpet may they come near." Moses delivered this message, and the people obeyed. And then, on the morning of the 3rd day, the sky split with thunder. Lightning tore through the clouds. A dark cloud rose over Sinai, and the sound of a trumpet, not made by human hands, echoed over the desert. People came out of their tents, some in awe, some in terror. The air trembled, the mountains shook, and the voice of God rang out through smoke and fire. "I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Honor your father and mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony. You shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor." Thunder, trumpet blasts, pillars of smoke, all of it made the people tremble. They stepped back in fear. "Moses, you go," they pleaded. "Let God speak to you, and you tell us. If he speaks to us directly, we will die." Moses tried to comfort them. "Do not be afraid. God is testing you, so that the fear of him will keep you from sinning." But their fear was stronger than their faith. Moses ascended Mount Sinai again, and there in the cloud, he met God face to face. Their conversation lasted long. God dictated the laws one by one. His voice was calm and stern. He gave Moses 2 stone tablets. On them, the commandments were engraved by his own hand. God spoke not only of laws, but of the future. "My people must be different, a people of justice, a people of compassion. They will be mine, and I will dwell among them." He gave Moses detailed instructions, how to build a sanctuary where he himself would dwell. "Build the tabernacle. Let it have a courtyard and altar, and the Holy of Holies, a room for the Ark of the Covenant. Above it, 2 angels, their wings touching, and there I will speak with you. It will be a reflection of Eden, the place where man lived with me." He spoke of the priests, of their garments, of every symbol. Everything was filled with meaning. Moses listened, wrote, absorbed, but down below something else was happening. Time passed. One day replaced another. The people waited and grew impatient. "Moses is gone," they said. "Maybe he's dead. We don't know what to do anymore. We need a God we can see." They turned to Aaron, Moses' brother. "Make us a God. We will wait no longer." Aaron tried to calm them. "Wait a little longer. Moses will return." But the crowd demanded, "Make it now." So Aaron said, "Bring your gold, earrings, rings, ornaments. Give them to me." They brought it. Aaron melted the gold and made an idol, a golden calf. When it was finished, he proclaimed, "These are your gods, Israel. They brought you out of Egypt." The next morning, the feast began. Dancing, songs, wine. The people laughed and praised the calf. They had forgotten everything. At the top of the mountain, God paused. His voice darkened. "Moses, go down. The people have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside. They have made an idol and are worshiping it. They are a stubborn people. I will destroy them. And from you, I will make a new nation." Moses fell to his knees. He pleaded, "No, Lord, do not be angry. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. You made them a promise." He argued with God. He begged, and God listened. Moses descended the mountain. In his hands, stone tablets. In the distance, he heard noise. "Is it war?" asked his companion Joshua. "No," Moses replied. "It's not the cry of battle. It's singing." He came to the camp. He saw the calf, the dancing, the faces, the laughter. Rage overtook him. He threw down the tablets. They shattered against the stones. "How could you?" he cried. He seized the idol, burned it, ground it to powder, scattered it in water, and made them drink it. "Brother, do not be angry," Aaron said. "The people went mad. They thought you were dead." But Moses would not listen. He called for judgment upon those who had taken part in this blasphemy. Soon after, Moses climbed the mountain once more. He fell flat and prayed, "Lord, they have sinned greatly, but if you can, please forgive them, and if not, erase my name from your book." And God replied, "Whoever has sinned, I will erase. But I will not abandon the people. I will go with them. Make new tablets. Come to me again tomorrow." The next morning, Moses again climbed Mount Sinai, carrying 2 new stone tablets, like the ones that were broken. He brought no food, no water, only himself and God. Clouds thickened over the mountain. Piercing light split the sky. God descended in a cloud and stood beside Moses. And then something great happened. The glory of the Lord passed before him. Moses fell, covered his eyes. He could not endure the brilliance of God's glory. He trembled and whispered, the Lord, compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love and truth." He prayed again, "If we have truly found favor in your eyes, forgive us. Do not reject us. We are stubborn, but make us yours." And the Lord said, "I will renew the covenant. I will lead you into the land I promised to Abraham, and I will drive out your enemies. But beware, make no alliances with the nations of that land. Do not worship their gods. Do not make idols. I alone am your God." He again dictated the 10 Commandments. The same words, the same laws, but now with deeper meaning, because they were given a second time, after betrayal, after repentance. Moses stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. He ate nothing, drank nothing. All this time he was with God. And at the end, God once again inscribed his words on stone. 2 new tablets bearing the same laws, the same will, the same hope. When Moses finally descended from the mountain, something was different. The people waiting at the foot recoiled in fear. They looked at him and whispered, "What is that?" "It's light. His face is shining. He's changed." Moses did not know that his face now radiated light. It was the glory of God imprinted in his flesh, the light of speaking with the Creator. He tried to speak to the people, but they were afraid to come near. So Moses veiled his face and only then spoke. He passed on everything he had heard from God, all the laws, the warnings, the promises. He explained how to build the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary where God would dwell. He told of the ark, the lampstand, the altar, every symbol, every detail. Now Israel knew what to do. They knew how to build. They knew how to worship. But most importantly, they knew that God, despite everything, had not turned away from them. From the moment Moses came down from the mountain with a shining face and new tablets of the covenant, a new era began for the people of Israel. They understood God was still with them. He had not turned away. But now their faith would be tested by action, not fear, but obedience. Moses gave instructions. God has commanded us to build him a dwelling, the tabernacle, not a temple of stone, but a sacred tent we will carry with us. God will live among us, in the center of the camp, in the heart of the people. Every detail of the tabernacle was dictated by God himself. It was not just a tent, it was a copy of the heavenly dwelling, and everything in it had to be perfect. The people, moved by the Lord's mercy, began to bring offerings. Women brought cloth and thread, men, wood and gold, stones and oil. No one forced them. Everyone gave from the heart. Moses appointed 2 craftsmen, Bezalel and Oholiab, whom God himself had chosen. They didn't just build, they created under divine inspiration. Their hands moved as if guided by unseen light. The tabernacle rose day by day. The outer court was built, with altar and basin. Then the tent itself, made of 2 rooms, The first room was the holy place. It held the golden lampstand with 7 flames, the table of showbread, and the altar of incense. Behind the curtain, the Holy of Holies, the center of the tabernacle. There stood the Ark of the Covenant, a wooden chest overlaid with gold. On top, 2 cherubim with outstretched wings. Their faces looked downward, where God's invisible presence dwelled. And when the tabernacle was completed, something astonishing happened. The sky darkened. A cloud descended and enveloped the tabernacle. The people froze. Silence fell. Then, the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle, so fully that even Moses could not enter. It was a sign. God had accepted them. He had come to dwell among them. From then on, when the cloud rose, the people broke camp and moved on. When it settled, they stopped and waited. God led them, visibly, lovingly. After the tabernacle was erected, God gave Moses detailed laws, not only about morality, but about purity, health, and sacrifices. Not to be harsh, but to teach. A people who had lived among pagans for centuries had to learn a new way of life. Every sin required a sacrifice, not because God needed meat, but because people needed to see the cost of their actions. Bring a lamb, you remember your sin. Lay your hand on its head, you admit your guilt. Watch the blood spill, you grasp the consequence. Yet even in that, there was mercy. God allowed not only animals, but bread, oil, dates. The main thing was the heart. Festivals were established: Passover, Pentecost, Day of Atonement, Feast of Tabernacles. Each reminded the people of God's deeds, of salvation, of freedom. God was shaping his people, not through force, but through love, order, and constancy.